So I've made some changes on the second floor. And what we've got now is an expanded contract team, which is probably going to end up being kind of like a lot of these guys are going to end up being like shoved away and pushed into like other types of teams and stuff. This is kind of like a learning team, and it's been for contracts and deals and stuff, but we don't really need to do a whole lot of deals anymore. We no longer have any development deals, for example. And if I take a look at my contracts tab, which I really haven't looked at in a long time, there are some in here that are very lucrative. Like this is a $2.8 million contract. It's pretty extreme. Pretty extreme. I don't know about getting this extra star here. I think we're probably fine. I don't care about this so much. I think I'm going to really focus on this now, right? This is our biggest thing to focus on now. That, and of course, people learning. I don't like seeing Z's. What's going on with you? You are... Okay, so this is one of those problem people, right? We have a programmer, system, 2D, and then they're just art and programming. So they have nothing to do a lot of times. We're going to take this person. He's on the contracts team. We're going to take this guy, get rid of him. He's primarily system and 2D. I think he's basically dual job here, but he's not. So I think we're going to have him focus as a programmer here when we replace him. 2D and system. So let's fire him. 2D and system. Now he has friends too, and this is probably going to suck for people for a little while, but I think they'll get over it. So let's go ahead and get programmer, designer. We'll go medium here, system, 2D. Let's have 2D at the top here, actually. Actually, I think most of the programming is a system thing. So why don't we focus that instead? And then we want you to have capacitor if possible. There we go. All right, so medium, right? And we have a lot of this stuff going on. I think maybe this one is good. I'm just looking at their actual skill now. I'm starting to look at this now more, now that it's been brought up, because I actually kind of forgot how important this was. I think we could probably rock with this guy. It doesn't have any network, though, and I think that's going to become more prominent in the future. I want to get... Yeah, maybe you. You're honestly, these guys are both good. How many people are in this team right now? Because I have 23 desks in this room, and there are 23 people as a part of both these teams, actually. Wait a minute. Did I just fire the guy, and then there's 23 computers. I can add another, but 23 is pretty good. So contracts ends 23, contracts 23. Yeah, I mean, I kind of, if I'm going to add another person to replace him, maybe I just don't replace him. There's already 23 people in here. We just let it rock. All right. So contracts is there. So I've added some things, right? I've changed the layout of this office, right? And so this looks a little bit strange. Kind of don't like how it looks. I'm going to take, I don't know if it'll let me do this. Let's dismantle this. I want to take this wall and just extend it right here. There we go. I just want that to be flush now, you know? And then this is the break room, which I'm going to change the door on this too. Let's move this bookshelf maybe to here for now. Take this and just slide it over. And then this is the break room. So we're going to move this stuff too. So let's have you be there. Let's have you be, I don't know, vent can be over here, I guess. And then what I want to do, I'm just making some stylistic changes around the office, right? And this is one of the reasons why I wasn't super focused on, you know, like where windows are and stuff, because I'm going to end up moving offices and moving things around, right? So this room is my games team, right? This is the second floor games team. They're now here. Games 2. It's kind of a narrow entrance, but you get in here and then there's your job. And that's how that is. It's kind of a little harder to get in here. And I might actually... Why don't we make this look just a little bit better? Let's put the founder photo there. Slide you to here, which I do want you on this wall, but I'm going to do this a little bit differently again. We have a break room there. Break room looks good. Let's get the clock to be maybe on this wall. And yeah, I think I still like the founder to be right there. And then, so break room good, bathroom's good. Games 2, all here. Now, this is 3D team. This is the room that changed, all right? Instead of having a hallway here with doors on the sides, I'm just kind of slam them all together so that we have offices all through here. This also means more windows in each office, and that stuff is fine. Let's change the location of these lights. Put one there and put one over here. Now, 3D team, you know, obviously they're focused more on 3D stuff. Eventually, it probably will end up being a games team at some point. Right now, they're just maintaining, the 3D builder and stuff, the 3D editor. But I would like to make this office a little bit bigger so that I can have some more desks in there. So we have the chairs going through here, and then we'll have chairs here, desk, chair, space, desk, chair. It can be more compact now. There's enough space here to add more people in here, right? So that's what I'm going for here. So first, let's get these out of the way for me so I don't have to deal with it. And then I'm going to go like this. And I don't want that guy selected. Let's move these to the end of the wall over here, if it allows me to do such a thing. All right. And then we'll get the lights put back in. I could just grab this, I guess. And we'll go bop and bop. That should be me 400. 356. Really? This room is a bit bigger than I thought it was. I don't like having to have 3 of these in this room. But you know what? That's what they want. 400 lux. There it is. This room here is only 284. It's probably hard to see in here, isn't it? let's maybe do something about that. Yeah, let's move this to, I don't know, somewhere in the middle of the room instead. Put you there. Bring this one over like so. And this is 400 lux in here. Cool. So I want 400 lux everywhere. Is the overall goal here? Is to have 400 lux in every single place, every hallway. That's what people are going to be most comfortable with, I think. So we want to do something like that. That is 312. So still no... actually, this will probably be 400 once I do what I'm about to do here. So I'm going to save it really quick because this keeps messing up. And I've decided I'm going to stop caring because this is taking me an enormous amount of time. I keep having to reset. So this is now messed up. And I think it's because this is now the only floor right here that is connected on this wall. So if I get rid of this wall, then I think this will slide over and then everything will be flush again. And I'm just going to do that really quick because I think that's what's required to make that happen. So we're going to go to our wall removal tool here. You can just get rid of this little wall. I think that might actually remove that picture and I don't want to redo it. So I'll just put it there. This is meeting B, right? So we're going to go and be like, no, I'm watching the edge here. Yeah, watching the edge here. So I'm going to go like that. See how it slid in? And now everything is flush. Again, yeah, it's just really weird like that. Then we're going to take our wall and then once again connect it, but you cannot revert. That's the thing. You can't revert that back. So it's not gonna change. So it's still going to be zoomed in, even though I put the wall back. It's still going to stay there. And that's just how this stupid thing works. All right, this is a very big room. And we could totally do development here instead of a meeting, but we got a big room here, and that's right. And it looks a little weird shape. That's okay. That's okay. Now that it's in, I'm good with it. Why don't I put? Do I want the meeting room in there? I think that's too big for a meeting room, man. We need another dev team in there. Maybe the next meeting room can be. Don't want it here. That's the main hallway. Although there's room here for, I think this is 4 wide, right? How much is this? This is 4 wide, isn't it? Yeah. All right, hang on. I think this is going to work. We just take this, copy this, bring it up. Something like that. Walkways right here. There's the door for the meeting room. And so we make this one meeting 2. And we maybe need more meeting rooms. There's a lot of teams, so we probably need more of them. Why don't we anticipate that and just do the 2A thing anyway? So there's 2A. This is gone. And the reason I did that is because I want to expand core. Core is too small. It needs to be bigger for what it's going to be doing. And this room is just too packed. Everybody's very, very cramped in here. And there's only 16 computers. So especially with Core N, there are 17 people in Core N2, I believe. Let's double check that. Core N has 18 people. Like, there's nowhere for them to go. There's not enough desks in here. So we have to do something about that too. So this wall is just going to disappear, and this whole thing is going to be core team now. They're going to have windows for the outside world and all these things, right? So what I want to do with this is we're going to take this office and everything in it, and we're just going to gut it. So we're going to put everything into there like that. Let's see, put all this furniture away. I think we can probably just take everything that's in this room. Put it away. All right, and we're good. I mean, everything here will eventually go back on the wall anyway, right? But now what I should be able to do is just take away the door and go like that. All right. Okay, so this room is, of course, for core and core N. There we go. And now we have to do all sorts of things here to make this office better. Okay. So I have a more expanded space here. We have room for desks and chairs on this side to go bigger with 3D team now. And I have also a bigger area for core team. Can expand that. So I'm going to work on those team expansions. In the meantime, just wanted to update everybody here too. Also, as of recording this video, I've released episode 9, and I wanted to respond to a couple of comments that have made this point, which is it's a decent point. It's something that I haven't really thought of because I haven't really had the money to do this, and I still don't have the money to do this. I've been kind of just like, accepting the way things are, right? But there is a solution. Let me give you some more context. So somebody said, why not move the building from here to this plot? That way I could have the entrance in front and I could, have the thing that I'm not on the edge of the map, right? And initially I said, well, I don't do that because this plot is smaller than this one. And I don't want to have, it's like my building is too big for this, but it's actually not. So that's my bad. I corrected my comment as well. So this is 1600 meters squared. And this one here is 1344 plus the 256. And so it's the same size, right? Here's the thing, though. Okay. I don't really totally mind the entrance being near the edge of the map because I am kind of... initially, when I said that, I did because I was like, I wish it was in the middle. But as I've played a little bit more, I'm looking at it from this perspective 90% of the time. And so seeing the whole city behind me is okay, right? I'm not missing anything by having things in front of me like this. However, there's another reason. I don't want the parking garage to be in front of the building. I don't want the parking garage to have, to be in front of the grand entrance, right? And then the other idea was, we just mirror this side and we put it in the side, and then you have to put the elevators in the middle or on the side or something like that, right? So this is whole big fluid thing. And that could work. It could. But then the reception area, I don't want this whole thing to be reception because then foot traffic, it gets all dirty, people leave. I like the design of the building the way it is, okay? I don't need to make any modifications. There is another solution, which is, of course, moving the building. How do you move a building in this game, right? So I did buy this plot. I think I said that already. I'm not sure how I'm editing this video yet, but I bought this plot, okay? And that's why people are starting to park over here. This plot is really large. There's a lot of space over here. All right, this is 2560. So what I could do is this, and I think this might actually be the long-term plan now. I've been thinking about it a little bit, right? This building is 40 units wide by 32 deep. Okay? Effectively, what this is 5 parking nodes, I guess. 5 parking... 5 of these wide, or 10 parking spaces wide, okay? So what I could do with this plot is I could go 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then all the way back, and I could eliminate the parking in this little area and plop the building down here. Then I could remove this area, make it green, have some trees and stuff around the outside. That'd be cool. Or place the bike racks on the side of the building here. I could also have the bike racks on the side of the building here. And over here, I could have more bike racks, right? That does add to my shower needs and stuff, water bill, all that stuff, but whatever, it's a thing. I have some flexibility in this space. So hypothetically, if I stay in build mode right now, right? So I can undo. I guess I could just reload the save too. That's fine. But if I got rid of, let's say we got rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the entire width of my building. Okay. And this is the depth. All right. So this right here, this space will fit this whole building. This building fits in that space. Okay. So I have extra options here. And it doesn't eliminate my, potential for parking, for my delivery drivers. They could still pull right up into here and all that. But I'm eventually going to have this in a more manufacturing facility anyway, right? And now I could potentially use this as my manufacturing facility and have this be the main place. And we can have a lot more room to decorate things around here, right? I could maybe even eliminate this part and have this be green and have my grand entrance have a lot more green in the front and everything, right? Have this walk path come out and all that. These are all possibilities now. And I do like that idea. The one thing I don't know, this is a big old question mark for me, is I've never moved a building before. What happens to the bus stop? Because the bus stop was already there. And it's right here. And I can't move this. I can't interact with it. I can't touch it. I can't do anything. Does the bus stop change? Because if people are going to be getting off the bus here and then having to walk all the way over there, that's not ideal, right? That's not ideal. But if you're curious on what it would cost to move the building right now, all we got to do is click in the building, right click, select the entire building. And then every floor ends up being selected. Every item, everything inside the building all ends up being selected, including the basement, okay? Then you simply hit the clone tool. It will warn you, hey, it's going to overwhelm your computer. If you have a great computer, you're fine. Hit yes, and you get this, okay? And then you can reposition it. So in this case, the front of the building is easy for me to see because it is the one with the path. So I know that this is the front of the building, and the front of the building will fit right here, okay? So it just pops into that slot that I just said it would fit in. And so in theory, I could have the building moved right here and have the front entrance lined up entirely with that road. Or I could move it back and line it up with this parking here, right? So I could go like this, maybe move that entirely out of here, right? And then once again, we copy the entire building. And we come back over like this. And so I could have it be back behind this. And now it's right up against the road. And with it right up against the road, we end up with the building having kind of a lot more space in the front, right? Big grand entrance. I could put my bike racks here because there's enough space there for that. Or maybe I want to be surrounded by, I could do a little like halfway point, right? I wouldn't be able to have bikes either in the front or the back, but we could have, maybe park benches and trees and things like that around there, So like there's options for moving the building here. That's a huge investment for no gain at all other than the look of the place, right? That's why I haven't really been serious about it yet. But, the more I develop, the more it's going to cost to move. But I'm making money. It's going to be fine. And then, the other thing is I could just buy this parking space and now I've got all these parking lots. So if there's not enough parking, I would then still make this my parking garage, right? And then this area here, I think, again, ends up maybe being manufacturing. So there is a path here in which we can move the building over to that side. I'm not opposed to it, but right now it's $15 million to do that. And I'm going to reload the save because I don't want to spend all that. Okay, I've let it go for a few months, racked up some money, and we got $21.5 million now. Take a look at our monthly profits here. Things have been going swimmingly the last few months without really doing a whole lot other than letting the time pass. Now, we are in the middle of making our engine, of course. About halfway done with our first iteration there. And Pixel Forge has now moved on to iteration 4. It's about halfway done with that. I think I'm going to actually go ahead and hit develop on that. I think halfway-ish into iteration 4 is good enough. So we'll go ahead and get Pixel Forge 2 started in its development and move it up to this stage. So I've got like things that are in design down here. I move them up as we go. And then this will be in beta at the top of the list. So Sailing Stars will be, I think, releasing kind of right on time with like very good code at this point, because we're pretty much done with this. We have over a year of beta testing to do on that. It's pretty good, I think, anyway. And yeah, 21.5 million. So I've went ahead and I've contacted them in their Discord server because I wanted to know, right, what am I getting myself into if I move this building over here? Because we were talking about that earlier. And this will not move. The bus stop does not move. It spawns on the map and it is staying there forever. So anyone who comes in on the bus, if I move my building over here, which I'm still tempted to do, but anyone that comes in on the bus will be coming in over here and they'll have to walk down from there. It's not that far, you know, it's not like I'm moving clear over here or something, but it is a little bit like, so far away for the bus stop there, but I might still do it anyway. I haven't quite decided. If I was to do this, I think also another thing is like the building was so expensive to move. I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that I'd be rebuying all these solar panels. So I think before I do that, I would put all these, like basically put all the expensive stuff. Like this is too much work to replace. I'm not going to do that. A lot of this stuff is just a lot of work to replace. Maybe all the printers and stuff, I could put that in inventory. Probably all the servers, I would probably have to put them in inventory. So that's another thing. If I put those in inventory, doesn't my distribution network take a big hit? I don't know. If I do it all on the same day, maybe not, right? Like I delete them and then I reapply it. Maybe. I think probably what I would have to do is we would... Whoa, hey, camera, how are you doing? I hit C by accident. I think probably what I have to do is, regarding the servers, right, is I'd have to delete all of these, do it all on the same day, of course, right? So like no time progression happens. Delete all of these except one so that the network stays operational and in there. And then same thing with the SCM, just delete all but one. This can stay there just for the development of the engine and everything. So basically leave 3 servers in 3 different groups there, then copy it over. And then I want to connect those 2 servers together so that they're the same network. And then I can delete them over here. That way it stays live. And then I can go ahead and put the things I had in storage there. So that's probably how I would have to do it to save money on it. And it's like one of those things where is it really going to happen? Like, it's not worth it, right? It feels like it's one of those things where it's just not worth it. But I don't know, like the experience of moving it over here, it could be okay. It could be interesting. Maybe we'll think about it. I'm not going to do a whole lot of buying right now. Like I have like all the expensive stuff is kind of in the building at this point. So I'm not going to do a whole lot of that, but I would like to get started on this parking garage idea. And if I'm going to connect it with the building, then I kind of want the building to be in position to work on like where that's going to come in and stuff. So we could always just like pretend and, you know, figure it out that way. Maybe slide it over here to where the extra parking is on this side, but then, you know, they come in on the bikes over here, but I move the building closer to the bus stop. Is kind of the idea, just a little bit closer to the bus stop. Maybe. Don't know. We'll have to think about it. How much do I care is the issue, right? Because I could be using this money for like buying other companies, right? Like at this point, if I take a look at Worth, there are some companies here that I can just flat out buy, right? Anything from here and up, I can just flat out buy them, you know, like I have enough money. And actually Shield Inc. division is worth 5.6 million. It has 50.6% of its shares are on the market, and they're not doing terribly. They might be ready for a downturn here. I don't know. The game doesn't really model a stock market the way stock markets typically work. For anyone who's interested, on the side, I don't do it much anymore. I've been too busy and I just kind of stopped doing it, but I day traded for a while. I swing traded for quite a while. I still do it every once in a while, but I kind of need a lot of like research time and stuff in that to do it well, and I don't really take the time anymore. But I don't think the game models, you know, typical technical analysis that you would normally have if you're somebody who likes technicals for stocks and reading charts and things like that. They don't really model that really well. And what I mean by that is, you know, if you have like cup and handle, or you have, you know, double tops or triple bottoms or whatever, like you don't have any of those that actually mean that in this game. Like you're not going to necessarily see the patterns reflected in this game. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I went into my notes here, and I think Games 1 is about ready to get started on World of Wizards DLC stuff. Yeah. Also, if I pause it, I did want to tell you this. So this whole time I made a boo-boo, and we had a couple of people leave the company, and we had some complaints, but the complaints had to do with my friends being fired. So I had some people, one person in particular on the 2D team, that was very unhappy at having nothing to do. Turns out I forgot about 2D team when I was making projects, and for basically a year, they had no projects assigned to them. A big whoopsie. Thankfully, there's only 8 people in that team. I was only paying for 8 salaries over what I should be, but I mean, that's still like, whoops. Didn't mean to do that. And anyway, one of them got really irritated at that and decided that he wanted to make a demand for a private office to make him happy. And I was kind of like, you know, I don't like that. I don't like that. So I'm going to ignore you. And then he would immediately do it again an hour later. And then I said no. And then he did it an hour again. And then he said no. And then he did it again. And it's so like he made this request like 5 times in 5 hours. And I just got annoyed and said, you know what? You're fired. So I let him go. And it was just like, whatever, I'm just going to replace him anyway. And I did. But then a lot of people were all like, I'm mad. You fired my friend. And so we've had a little bit of a happiness issue. But I think that's pretty much solved. I kind of regret not having it on film. To be honest, I kind of regret having that not on camera. But you know what? It's whatever. We also have new features unlocked, I think as of August here, right? So now casual games, adventure games, RPG games, they can all now have online lobbies, which is possible too. So we're one step closer to being able to have Fortnite. Oh, joy. Isn't that wonderful for everyone, yeah? So yeah, I think if I'm gonna copy this building, I would delete all the stuff on the roof, of course. Probably put the HVAC system stuff that's kind of expensive. I'd put that stuff in storage too, and then all the printers would go into storage, and then from there, all the servers would go in storage, and then from there, I would copy the building from that point and move it over. And I have no idea if all my lines and my curves and all that stuff are going to be retained. I would have this stuff out. This stuff would get retained, but probably would just delete these sections and just let it be for the copy. I'd probably just delete these things because it's easier for me to redraw them over there than it is for me to just assume they're going to be right. I'm probably going to have to redo them anyway, is what I'm saying, if I move it over here. So, yeah. God, I'm tempted to do it right now. It's like, if we're going to do it, you might as well do it before you build anything else in the building, right? I feel like that's the way to look at it. 2D team has had nothing to do a lot as well. Some of them are getting annoyed, and they've just had like very little to do. I kind of forgot about them when I was making stuff. So I'm going to have, I think the next iteration of Image Shop is probably something we should do, yeah? So we can go ahead and make sure that our framework is up to date. I think I've been doing okay on that, but we do have 91 tech available now. So let's have 2D team work on that as a thing. Yeah, I think Core N doesn't need to be involved in that. So we'll have them update their own framework, and then updating the RPG is something also that they're doing. I'd like to just accelerate that, but I don't want 2D team involved because like they're busy doing this now. So if we can get this done, yeah, almost done with the audio art. And yeah, we need to start getting like the whole mentoring thing going too. That'd be great. Let's get another marketing contract. My marketing team pretty consistently has nothing to do at the end of the day because they are very fast at getting stuff done. But that said, I could also maybe get one of these guys mentored because I don't have a mentor for that team either. So why don't we come over to our managed teams? We go to marketing and see if any of these guys, like their innate skill, it's pretty bad in these, but it's this that we want to care about, right? Yeah. So they have some pretty good skill over here for this stuff. And I think we want to isolate service. Yeah. So I have some people who are already pretty good, but I think we can probably get somebody like you to just mentor other people. Yeah. And then why don't we have you do it too? Because you guys have regularly nothing to do. So I don't think we need as many people working on marketing, right? So we can have these two kind of mentor other people in their team. And then over here on this side, yeah, look at that guy. Like this guy should be a mentor for sure, right? Lots of skill. And that's pretty good. That's a leader, so I kind of don't care as much. Yeah, so we'll just have these guys basically serve as mentors for their team. That's pretty good. Does 3D team have one? I don't remember. Yeah. Margot is on this as a mentor for programming. I feel like I want another one for development. Yeah, you should be helping other people as well. And then there's a really good artist here as well. You can probably do that, but that means you're not going to be doing as well on development, because this says teach others when possible instead of working assigned tasks. I don't know what when possible means, but okay, so it's possible to train someone, but you also have work to do. But it's possible to train someone. So are you going to do that instead of working? Or is this one of those things where it's like, okay, all the 3D, audio, network, 2D, whatever, all that stuff is done. All that's left is the system design, and I can't do system design, so I'm going to mentor instead. Is it one of those deals? Don't know. I think 3D team is kind of too important at the moment to not have a mentor, so I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. And, if it means they develop slower now, then so be it. It's a sacrifice now for the sake of having things in the future. I'm also trying out the performance hit here of having all the floors rendered at once. And I guess I'm just trying to flex my hardware at this point and being like, hey, look at this. I can see all the floors at once, and we'll see whether or not that hits my frame rates really well. I don't know. I'm at over 50 FPS still, so that's fine. Okay, so am I moving this building or not? God, I want to. It's an experience. It's a lot of money. Is it worth it? God, I feel like it's not. I feel like it's not worth it, guys. I probably should save just in case it's worth it. This is 18, right? We're on episode 18 now. Frick, I might be on 19. I'm going to have to do a lot of cutting in that last video, though, because I repeat myself a ton. And we build, and then we repeat ourselves, and we rebuild, and then we... So, yeah, I feel like you're not really going to miss much, though. I didn't build much. It's just the real question for me is whether or not I'm going with one line here of bike racks and stuff, or I kind of want to have like grass here and stuff. I want some green in this area, but we are 5 tiles, if you could call these tiles, 5 spaces here wide is the building, and then 4 tall. So we're going to have room behind us and in front of us, but if I put it kind of situated in the middle of this plot, then I have no way to put bike racks in the front, no way to put parking in the back. But eventually I'm going to have my manufacturing here anyway, and we can start developing that like right away if I move this building. You know what? How about this? How about we make sure we have 3 times the cost of moving it, right? So maybe we wait till we have like 50 million in the bank or something, and then we move it. We can always take the expensive stuff out. It's just about whether or not, it's like, how much does it cost to really have another floor? Right? How much does it cost to really have another floor? If we were to do something like this, I mean, this is $139,000. So we're probably looking at like $1 million a floor for just the walls, floors, etc. About $1 million a floor. It's not too bad, but I don't get a refund for that. So it's like, it's $1 million that I will not get back. And so I kind of don't want to spend it. Let's not build anymore on the building. Let's focus on products, I guess, is what we're going to do. So we'll finish those 2 things up. And then image shop doesn't really have much for bugs, but it's kind of behind. I think tech is updated. The framework just got updated. So this one here, if we update it, yeah, it's got all the latest tech in that sense. So another thing to consider here is that in my notes, I deleted the bit about getting the engine 2.0 because I've already started it. So I delete things once I've already begun the process, right? In my notes, it says I wanted to get the tech for 3D. So like research, right? The thing is, though, I think I wanted 1993 for this because of the 3D spatial audio and having the engine capable of better audio and stuff. But I don't think it's necessary. I'm already started the engine without it now because I've already started development on CharEngine 2. So I think I'd rather have my teams starting on things like World of Wizards, DLC and stuff. So let's see 2D team, right? They have like nothing to do right now. If I expand these, we can see 2D team is basically doing nothing. So that was my problem from before. Everyone's just like, yeah, what are we doing, boss? Okay, tell you what you're doing. We're going to make add-on content for World of Wizards, all right? This is a adventure game, of course. So we're going to develop add-ons. And let's get an expansion pack for it. This is the first time I'm seeing this interface, so I got to take it all in here. So World of Wizards, we're going to say The Incendiary Wands pack, I think. Incendiary DLC. These are things that add more things with fire, right? We're going to add more fire into the game, all right? So this is the Incendiary DLC. I have no idea what the price should be on this. Let's go ahead and pick main SCM. We'll get 2D team working on this for now, and then games 1 can switch over and start doing it too. But 2D team will be on this. So architecture, playable characters. Yeah, we could add one. 2D maps, new bosses. Okay, none of these things scream incendiary to me. But it is what it is. We're going to use Char Engine, of course. Design team will be you and 2D. So this is missing an architecture. So I could take this out. And then we could say that this is just a new map. Medium, big. Ooh. Okay, so big stuff. This is a big DLC, right? 5 new playable characters being introduced. I don't know if we need that, but all right. And then, of course, we can add a description here as well. Expected interest is pretty low. If I do this, it gets a little bigger. And then if I do this, it gets way bigger. So I guess maybe we should just do new bosses, new map, new everything, right? This is just a big thing. Okay, so we need the designer for this. So the design team, we could switch over and have it also be the nighttime teams, which none of them have. Oh, I need the artist as well. Okay. Well, tell you what, this is going to be a games team project anyway. They're nearly done with this, and then they're going to switch into beta here, which is a lot less intensive. So I think maybe we'll go and have games 1 and 1N help them on these things, and we're going to need that architecture person here too, right? Nope, we have it. Okay. So this will be a fairly big content pack, I guess. Big DLC, and then is it free? Are we releasing free DLC? No, of course not. No, this is a $20 pack, obviously. See, the Pixel Forge 2 doesn't have any marketing efforts yet. It's going pretty well, actually. It's developing pretty well. Why don't we announce this for, like, I don't know, 2 years from now? Maybe a year and a half from now? We want this to be right before we start another one, right? So I guess this is 95. I think we could probably release it late 93, to be honest. Like, this development is going pretty fast. So I think maybe late 93. We can go, like, December. We can give ourselves a little more time. How about February 1994 is when we'll announce this. We're going to release it then. I think we have enough time to really get through alpha really well, do an iteration maybe, and then push it out. We'll go ahead and do that. A year and 6 months. I think we can do that pretty well. And I have no idea how many followers we're going to end up getting because I don't have marketing for it. So why don't we go ahead and provide some marketing for it, huh? We can just do the videos and stuff. That's fine. Get our own team going out there and marketing that for me. I think that's a good idea. We're self-publishing, of course, like we did the first time with this. Nobody else helped us with the 3D editor, so might as well publish it ourselves before, or like we did before. All right, so we made a whole bunch of money there. Yeah, that's another $3 million. 7.5 million in sales. How many people are playing World of Wizards now? 150,000 people are playing World of Wizards now. Oh boy. Yeah. Still can't use my own engine for this because it's not updated. And I don't think I can upgrade it because why? What was the reason why this can't be upgraded? Was it the audio tool? I feel like it can be upgraded now though, right? Yeah, we can use waveform now. We couldn't use waveform before. I think that's what it was. And then the 2D editor is Image Shop 3. Yeah, so this can actually be upgraded appropriately now, so we'll get that going. This is already on design iteration 2. DLC packs are quite quick, and it's a good way to make some money on existing customer base because I have 150,000 active users, so they're going to be interested in my DLC. And I want to go ahead and market that as well. Be like, hey, we're going to release this soon, right? So why don't we go ahead and tell people it's coming? We can say April 93. I think that's reasonable. It's a fairly quick thing to develop. But just because, let's go July, just to give me some extra time. So that's 10 months. Ooh. No, not yet. I want to see how fast this is going. Pretty fast, honestly. It's going pretty fast. All right, how about July 93? It's a year and 10. This is 10 months away. So 1 month, 2 months takes us to here. 3, develop in like 6, beta testing for a couple. I think that would work. but I feel more comfortable with a year. September 93 it is. 1 year. Go. So we're going to get some followers for that too, right? And then we can start to market that for everybody as well. Let everybody know we're doing that. So here's just some quick pictures for people, right? Probably a good idea. Here's what we've been working on, that kind of thing. We'll go ahead and put out the press release for Pixel Forge 2. Not well known in the market, but it's cutting edge. Yeah, it sounds great. It's good. Let's see. Where is... I want to market Sailing Stars as well. But yeah, this is going to have a year in beta. That's great. And Pixel Forge already has 19 followers. I'm pretty sure it's going to have more than that. It's going to go up here a bit more. I think we hold off on marketing. No, that's too... It's an antivirus. It's actually too good. We should probably market that anyway. 2D team, you're busy doing things, right? No, I still don't have something for you to do. You should be doing this, but I think a lot of you don't do design is the problem. Also, how many desks are in here? 12. I think this team is light. 2D team needs more people. Yeah, there's only 8 in this team, and one of them is a leader. So I think we should expand that a little bit. Let's go designer, programmer. Medium is fine, I think. Let's make this more capable. Obviously, focusing on 2D and system is preferred. And then, 2D and system. Way to put them at the bottom. And then this is 2D team. Programmer designer or designer programmer. I think we do designer programmer for now. We can do one of each. There's still this configuration. Yep, and we're looking for capacitor here. We don't want people getting tired. Okay. So again, we're looking for like high skill too. Get these guys some good mentors. And if there's anyone who has like a pretty high probability of having good creativity, maybe we consider them a bit more, but I don't think so. I think this person, I think this person's okay. The thing I don't like about this is like you're going to be eating slow and you're going to be taking forever in the bathroom. Like you're probably working half the day, right? So like you're good, but you're working half the day. I don't know about that. The thing about this though is you have some networking skill too for design. So like we could get that. But no, I think I don't want you taking that far, taking that long. So I'm going to have 2D team have this person. The stinkiness is fine because you're going to be on the ground floor. I'm not moving. 2D team will forever be on the ground floor, so it's fine. I think we need to get a different team on this one now. So let's go and flip these. We'll go programmer designer now. Again, 2D and system, 2D team. Look, this person's not going on the elevator anyway, so it doesn't matter. I guess they might go up to eat, right? It's on the 3rd floor. So they might go up to eat, but like other than that, they're not. Under the weather kind of sucks. His actually skill isn't super great, so I don't need him. This person is a better fit, I think. I like the fact that their star is here, though. A slow eater. I think we'll take both of these guys. 12 people. Yep, 12 people, 12 desks. I have room for more desks, but I'd like to not crowd it if I can. Yeah, so only one meeting room down here now. We'll probably put another one over here once we move our manufacturing. And then like tons of room here too to be more optimal. We can move things around, but I kind of like where this is. I think this big open area might be a bit of a waste. I'm debating putting something in this area and then moving the bathrooms to maybe be right here, the bathrooms. But then having like another office here with like a very narrow hallway into these doors, but like having another one here. So the hallway would end up being, it's kind of a narrow hallway, probably from this point actually. So it'd still be too wide. So it'd probably be this area right here. Some kind of small team here would be okay. You know, I think this is enough space for, and include this in the space too. So it'd be from this point to here. There's enough room for a team there, you know. And then this is going to be another development team too. So the bathrooms could shift over here, probably all right. And then this becomes an office, this little wider area, some couches. We got some vending machines up here for people. And then, of course, all this too. And I might consider having a staircase right here that comes out right here, just so people can like directly go to the stairs from this side up. But, I mean, the staircase is still right here. The stairs are still available. Oh, speaking of which, stairs being available, I was considering, and maybe since I'm moving the building, I won't do this yet, but I was going to extend this over so that these stairs could go down here in. And then I wouldn't need these stairs, so I could open this hallway up and have it be a bit more flush, because this hallway is kind of like, ooh, like a bottleneck right here, and it's very, like, everybody walks through here, so I kind of want to get rid of these stairs. And so I could do that by just moving this over, and that'd be fine. Yeah, there's our marketing for that. We're losing followers for real? Keep hyping this. I want you to keep hyping this. Yeah, now we're not losing followers. So this gets moved up because it's going to get developed pretty quickly. So I'm going to actually push this. Well, if I'm keeping my organization, right, design stuff goes at the bottom, and then you move up the chain as you get closer to beta until finally once you're released, then you're in the support queue. And then all of our marketing stuff goes at the very top. So I could just see that happening, I guess, in real time. All right, well, how much money do we have at the end of today? Then that'll decide whether or not I'm moving this building or not. Because I just announced Pixel Forge 2. Yeah, so let's go. $3 million a day. Okay. You know, I have enough money as a cushion. If this ends up backfiring on me and I start losing money, I have enough kind of banked up. So we're going to be egregiously irresponsible with our money.